What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Kilo Loco, and today I got laid off. So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm an iOS engineer, and I used to be pretty active here on YouTube, and I got hired at Bird, the scooter company, back in September, late September, early October, and have been working there ever since. And since I have such a long commute because I live in San Bernardino County and the company is in Santa Monica, it's a 3.5 hour commute for me, and I've been very busy and have not been making YouTube videos. With that said, I found out today that I have been let go. So how do they go about telling me this? Well, at Bird, what we do is we use Google Calendar to schedule all kinds of events and have a schedule maintained. And that's how you know about what's going on in the company. And what ended up happening was last night or early this morning, I can't remember which it was, this event came up where it said a Bird update, right? And apparently this meeting only went out to select individuals. And when this meeting rolled around at around 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., it turned out to be a recording where they were saying how, with everything that's going on, in the economy and the world right now, that just like a lot of businesses, Bird has been hit significantly by all of these events, and that because of these different situations that are going on in the world, essentially my role is no longer needed, and as of today, I'm essentially laid off. So that's disappointing to say the least. Definitely bummed about it, but I'm lucky enough to be in a situation to where I don't need to be scared for, the viability of me or my family. I can continue to keep a roof over their head. I can continue to put food on the table. So with all that being said, at least I can do that, right? Now, obviously, I'm bummed about this, but I think the biggest reasons why I was bummed about this was because I really, really enjoyed working at Bird. The culture was great. The people were great. The projects that I got to work on were amazing. And it was just a really enjoyable experience. I mean, when I'm taking 7 hours a day to commute somewhere, I mean, it has to be worth it, right? And it really was. It really was worth it to work at Bird, and I really enjoyed it. And the entire reason that I got into working at a big company, or a bigger company than where I was currently previously working at, which was a super small startup, was so that I could be surrounded by other engineers at higher levels that I could learn from. And I did that. I actually did that. I learned a lot in the little bit of time that I was at Bird. I actually learned a lot. Now, I was kind of expecting to grow a lot as an iOS engineer, but it turned out that I grew as a software engineer in general much more. I ended up learning how to code in Kotlin and Python. I learned a little bit about Jenkins and Fastlane and like some of that infrastructure type of stuff. And actually, because like everybody's operating at such an efficient level over there, and I was looking to be the most efficient type of employee that I possibly could be, I actually didn't know how to type properly when I got hired. So what I decided to do was I learned how to type properly when I was working there. So that's also another skill that I learned. And it was really great. It was really a great place to work. Like, I had just recently moved teams, so I wasn't able to get that close with everybody that was on my new team, especially with the whole work from home thing that's currently taking place in California and in the United States in general, I think. But I still got to make some really great relationships. And I think some of the best relationships I made were actually with a lot of the other iOS engineers that were working at Bird. Now, there were only like 10 of us or so. And I felt like I was closer to the iOS engineers than I was to with like just the regular part of my team, which was really nice. It was really cool. So the first things that I did as soon as I got the information about being laid off was I had to go tell my wife that that I'm laid off and that the primary stream of revenue that we have coming in is going to essentially cease, right? And I relayed that information that we're going to be okay. The kids, the family, we're all going to be okay. We still have other stuff working for us. But it's just an adjustment in our situation. So the next thing that I did was I decided to reach out to the other iOS engineers on the team. And the reason I did that was because even though I think that I'm kind of trying to view this from a positive perspective, like this is an opportunity for a lot of great things to happen, this news could definitely affect everybody different. So my main concern was making sure that everybody's mental stability was intact. So I reached out to my team, made sure that we all exchanged numbers and, we're all connected and we can always reach out. And I expressed that anybody could reach out to me if they needed that. Following that, I also did receive a couple of other calls from ex-co-workers, and, they're just trying to call, figure out how I'm doing, vent a little bit and, talk about the craziness that's going on. And I guess my perspective is like, we have to see that all the engineers that worked there, or just software engineers in general, we're actually really gifted to have such an amazing skill set that we're able to essentially create something from scratch. We could come up with an idea and then we have the tool set to put it out there into the world and make something amazing. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to bring positivity to an otherwise very dark situation and try to keep people with a positive outlook, because you have to like operate from a position of strength, which is like what actually my manager called in, and he actually said that. So that's like, those are like the perfect words for this situation. And that's exactly what you have to do, is you have to operate from a position of strength. So if you find that you're in a similar situation as me and you end up getting laid off from your job and you're an engineer, just remember that we have a skill set that is very, very special, and we're able to create things. We're able to build ideas, and that we are actually much better off than a lot of people in the world. So just keep that in mind. So one of the biggest parts that I was kind of bummed about was that I was going down this path. I was set on this trajectory where, given a little bit more time, I know that I would have made such a huge positive impact on the team and even the business, I think, and the entire operations of that business in such a positive way. But unfortunately, I just didn't get the time to do that. Less than a year is kind of hard to accomplish a lot because you're still kind of like the new person, but that's okay. The only problem is that now I don't know what to do. And this is where I'm kind of looking to you, because I don't know what to do. The entire reason why I went to go get hired at a bigger company at Bird, where there would be more engineers to be surrounded by, was so that I could grow and learn and become a better engineer and teach all of you more. But at the same time, it was very satisfying to know that I was starting down this path that I felt was going to have a major impact on the business in such a positive way that I kind of still have that desire to do that. So what I'm going to ask you is, what do you think that I should do? Do enough of you all miss my content to where I was teaching you things about Swift and now I could teach you things a little bit outside the realm of Swift, or, end to end, iOS app development and stuff like that? Or in your experience, have you had an experience to where you needed to go out and find another job at a different company, and having that stable income, being surrounded by team members and being able to contribute as a team member, has that been fulfilling for you? So I guess I'm lost in that aspect, and I'm just looking to you for guidance. So with that said, I hope that if anybody's going through hard times, I hope that you're able to see the light in a dark situation, and that you're able to move past it and hopefully rise out of it much stronger than before. Don't let these negative situations determine how your life goes. Push through if you can. Try to see the silver lining. And if you still can't see the silver lining by yourself, always reach out to somebody, and, maybe they can help you see the silver lining of the situation. So with that said, I hope that you're still able to go out there, code passionately. I know that I am. I'm going to go out there and code passionately and get used to my new situation. But yeah, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think I should do. And take care. Stay safe.